What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Thomas Gallery. And today I want to take out a little trip down memory lane into my childhood. And this is about me growing up in Washington DC. And if anybody knows Washington DC or have ever been to Washington DC or live in Washington DC, one thing you know is there are a lot of buildings there. Okay? A lot of buildings of all different sizes, all different shapes. And as a child, I was so in love with going to downtown DC. And people from DC know what I mean when I say downtown. You go through all the buildings and stuff, And when my mother would pick my sister and I up from school and we would go home, I would just ask her if she could just drive through downtown, through all the tall buildings, just so I can see them. And I don't know what it was about it. I don't know if it was like the construction or maybe it was the vibe I got. I got the sense that like rich people lived there, and where people were doing big things were living there or working there. Like you see, like people having a good time there, and maybe just the construction, just the aesthetics of that area, whether it be night or day, it was just beautiful just to drive through. And I would just ask my mother, could she just drive by, like, even though I know now that it was probably a longer route to getting home. But it was just something about that area that every chance I got, I wanted to just see it and be around it and be in it. And people from DC know what I'm talking about. We have like just the museums and the art galleries and just the tall business buildings and the banks and the stores and all. It's just and the restaurants. It seemed like the place to be. And that feeling has not left me. So even with me living in Georgia and me going through Atlanta, it's the same thing because living in Georgia and like the Atlanta area, the the structures are pretty much the same. Pretty much the same. The buildings are tall. They look like people go there to do big things and make money and just get, I guess, like the luxury aspect of it. It has that sense of, I don't know, like prosperity. It had a sense of forward movement. It just seems like the place to be to do big things. And when I first moved, sorry about that. I had to pause for a little bit, take care of some business. But the downtown, it's something I noticed. I don't know if it's me, but every place I've been to, every place I've been to, the downtown area always seems like the place to be. I've lived in different parts of Maryland, different parts of Pennsylvania. I've lived in different parts of Georgia. I've born and raised in DC. I've been to like New York. There's always that one spot in that area that is the place to be. And for some reason, every time I go to that place, it always seems to be called like the downtown area. I don't know. It's like that's where the buildings are. That's where the banks are. That's where the restaurants are. That's where the, it seems like that's where the money is. And you can see it. You could walk like if you go to DC now and go to downtown area of DC, like Constitution Avenue, Pennsylvania Avenue, all that stuff, and just walk around. You get the sense that that's where the money is, where the apartments are high in price and luxurious looking and all that stuff, where the museums are. You get the sense like, okay, this must be the place that everybody like to be, and I don't know, it's just that as a child, I used to just want to just drive through the. I was just to see the buildings. I would be in the car. I would say, Mom, can you drive through downtown, please? Can you drive through downtown? And my mother would drive through downtown because she knew why. But I would when she would drive through, I would just stare out the window like this and just look at the buildings go by. Like, man, people must do like amazing things in there. Like just people walking around, just the restaurants. Like, I want to have money like that to be and live in those places. Just staring, just looking up at the sky and seeing the banks and buildings and stuff. Just crazy, man. And whenever, whenever I come to visit DC, or whenever I go through that particular area, like in Atlanta, you have Buckhead. When I go to Buckhead, I get that same feeling that it has a child going through downtown DC. The same feeling, and I find myself again walking around, looking up, and just going back to my childhood. And it's a lovely feeling, man. That's a beautiful feeling. So if ever y'all, anybody goes to DC, just walk through downtown or go to Georgetown. You'll love it, right? Peace.